Here's a test that takes exactly 10 seconds. It might be the most important 10 seconds of your life after 80. Stand on one leg, just one leg. No holding on to anything. If you can hold that position for 10 seconds, congratulations. If you cannot, a massive study of over 1,700 adults just revealed something that should stop you in your tracks. Researchers from Brazil followed people for 7 years and published their findings in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. What they discovered sent shockwaves through the medical community. People who failed this simple balance test had an 84% higher risk of death from any cause compared to those who passed. Let me say that again, because it matters. 84% higher risk of dying, not from falling, not from breaking a hip, from any cause whatsoever. This 10-second test turned out to be one of the most powerful predictors of longevity that scientists have ever found. But here is where this gets really interesting, and this is what most people completely miss. Failing this test does not mean you are doomed. Far from it. Your balance is not fixed. Your strength is not permanent. Even after 80, your body maintains a remarkable ability to adapt and improve. The same research teams that discovered how dangerous poor balance can be have also uncovered exactly what you can do about it. They found that specific exercises can dramatically improve your performance on this test in just weeks, not months, weeks. And the best part is, you do not need expensive equipment. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need to exercise for hours every day. The science points to just 3 exercises. 3 simple movements that target the exact systems that keep you upright and alive. These exercises work on what researchers call the 3 pillars of physical independence after 80. Your vestibular system, which controls your inner ear balance, your proprioception, which is your body's ability to know where it is in space, and your lower body strength, which gives you the power to catch yourself before a fall becomes a fracture. When you train all 3 of these systems together, something remarkable happens. Your body starts communicating faster, your reflexes sharpen, your confidence grows. And that 10-second test suddenly becomes much easier. Now, I am going to walk you through all 3 exercises in order from 3rd place to 1st place. I have ranked them based on the research, based on which ones have the biggest impact on your ability to pass that test and stay independent. But I need you to pay very close attention when we get to the number 1 exercise, because a study from Harvard found that this single movement improved balance test scores by 43% in adults over 75. 43% from one exercise. And the way you perform it matters more than how often you do it. Most people get this completely wrong. So stay with me until the end, because that 1st place exercise might just be the most important thing you learn all year. Before we begin, let us know in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We read and reply to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now let us start with exercise number 3 and work our way up to the most important one. Let us start with the 3rd most important exercise for passing the 10-second balance test after 80. This is called the heel-to-toe walk. Some people call it the tandem walk. Physical therapists sometimes refer to it as the tightrope walk. Whatever name you use, this exercise does something unique that most other balance exercises cannot do. It trains what scientists call your dynamic balance. This is different from standing still on one leg. Dynamic balance is your ability to stay upright while moving. And here is why that matters so much as you age. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity tested over 600 adults between 70 and 90 years old. They measured both static balance, which is standing still, and dynamic balance, which is balance while moving. The researchers wanted to know which type of balance predicted falls better. Results were fascinating. Dynamic balance turned out to be a slightly better predictor of who would fall within the next year. People who struggled with walking in a straight line were 31% more likely to experience a fall compared to those who could walk smoothly. This makes perfect sense when you think about real life. You are not standing still most of the day. You are walking to the kitchen. You are moving through your home. You are navigating around furniture and pets and grandchildren. The heel-to-toe walk directly trains this kind of real-world balance. When you perform this exercise, you walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of your other foot with each step. Sounds simple. It is not. This narrow base of support forces your brain to work much harder than normal walking. Your vestibular system has to constantly recalibrate. Your ankle muscles have to make tiny adjustments with every single step. Your core has to engage to keep your trunk stable over your feet. Here is exactly how to do this exercise for maximum benefit. First, find a clear hallway or long room in your home. You want at least 15 feet of open space. Position yourself near a wall but not touching it. The wall is there as a safety backup if you start to lose your balance. Stand tall with your feet together. Take a breath and relax your shoulders. Now, step forward with your right foot, placing your heel directly in front of your left toes. There should be no gap between your right heel and your left toes. Pause for a moment. Feel your weight shift. Now step forward with your left foot, placing your left heel directly in front of your right toes. Continue this pattern for about 20 steps. The key to getting the most out of this exercise is your gaze. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that where you look during balance exercises changes how effective they are. Looking straight ahead instead of looking down at your feet improved balance test scores by 19% more over an 8-week training period. This is because looking ahead forces your vestibular system to do more work. When you stare at your feet, your visual system takes over and your balance organs get lazy. Want those balance organs working hard? Start with 2 sets of 20 steps each day. Do this exercise first thing in the morning when your focus is fresh. After 2 weeks, try making it harder. Close your eyes for 5 steps at a time, or try walking heel-to-toe while slowly turning your head left and right. These progressions challenge your balance system even more and lead to faster improvements. A Japanese study found that adding head movements to walking exercises improved balance test scores twice as fast as walking exercises alone. The participants went from failing the 10-second test to passing it in just 6 weeks. One more thing about the heel-to-toe walk that most people do not realize. This exercise also strengthens your ankles in a very specific way. Every time you stand with your feet in that narrow tandem position, your ankle stabilizers have to fire continuously. These small muscles around your ankle joint are often weak in older adults because normal walking does not challenge them enough. But these are the exact muscles that catch you when you start to tip sideways. Building strength in these muscles is like installing a safety net for your balance. This brings us to an exercise that the research shows is even more effective for passing that crucial test. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more tips.